So back in the day when I was just a young nappy head, running through the woods, shooting at squirrels, doing all that sort of stuff. Behind my aunt's house, where me and my brothers did most of our squirrel hunting, there was always this old overturned boat that just looked like a red mountain coming out of the ground. And back then, obviously, it didn't serve us much purpose. We just would like jump on top of it just to jump off. Maybe stand on top of it to shoot at some squirrels. But other than that, it was just a piece of junk, pushed back deep in the woods. Fast forward to 2 years ago, and my dad cleared most of the woods out from behind my aunt's house, and he managed to pull the boat out. I live a good amount of ways from where the boat was located, so when I finally made my way down there, I got to see the boat, and my first impressions was this thing is disgusting. I mean, it was upside down in acidic soil for decades and decades. Any wood that was on it was rotted. Any metal that was on it was rusted or pitted, and there was a lot of cracks and issues with the fiberglass. So, I did what any reasonable person would do and decided that I want to restore it.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
So my initial impressions was obviously it was the 16-foot, what they call a runabout boat, and although it was in really bad shape, up until that point, I had never seen a boat that looked like that. I mean, it was like vintage style. It had those wings on it like an old Chrysler or Cadillac, and I mean, it was free. So if I was ever going to try my hand at rebuilding or building a boat, this would be the time. And I have never fiberglassed before working on this boat, so I just figured it'd be a fun project to have. Now, this was 2 years ago when I first started working on the boat. Like I said, it was a good amount of distance away from where I was at, so I really only got to work on it on selected weekends. And during that time frame, I had a lot of time to do research on what kind of boat it was. And I put in the time and work, and guess what? I didn't find nothing out. It's like almost no evidence that this boat ever existed, and I started to even think that it was like a home built boat or something like that. But about a week before the upload of this video, I was looking online at colors I might want to go with, and just from the grace of God, I stumbled upon the exact model of the boat that I have. What it is a 1958 Sabre Speedster. If anyone has any additional details on this boat, please let me know. Write in the comments below, and I mean I'll get back to you quick because I'm really curious to know more about it. The one guy who actually did post the picture, which he posted that in like 2012. I reached out to him, but that was so long ago. I mean, he didn't respond. I'm not surprised. So yeah, if anybody knows anything about it, definitely let me know. Now, over the past 2 years, I've been working on the boat and got some good progress done with it, but I had to bring it home. I figured I didn't have the space, but I went in my backyard, my tiny little backyard, and got some measurements. And I mean, I made the executive decision to pretty much remove my fence, pull the boat into my backyard, and put the fence back up. So it's pretty much trapped in my backyard until I could finish it and get it out of here. So that's like a motivator for me to actually keep pushing through on this thing and getting it done. So some of the major work that I did get done while it was 5 hours away in Virginia was the most major thing is the transom. And side note, if you're gonna get into looking at restoring old boats, or even if you're just buying a boat from someone used, make sure you check the transom. The transom is in the back of the boat. It's the part that holds up the motor, and these are usually lined with wood on the inside, and on the outside is fiberglass. A lot of the times, especially if a boat is this old, that wood is going to be rotted, right? So when I pulled my boat out of the woods and checked the transom, take a wild guess. Yes, it was rotted all to hell. It was I had to completely remove the transom. I had to rebuild the wood, fiberglass on top of it, reinstall it, fiberglass it back into the boat. It took many, many, many layers of fiberglass and a lot of money, but I'm very confident that I have a solid transom that can hold up, a 250 pound outboard. So another obvious modification that you would notice throughout the duration of this video is the top is separated from the bottom. So a lot of my early videos on this are just going to look like a hull. And what I thought was interesting was that that's how the boat was manufactured, because I removed the top because it gave me easier access to the floor to reinforce it and get it the whole thing done and get it done right. But upon removing it, I can already tell it was pretty much secured by different fiberglass tabs going around the boat and just screws. So it wasn't, solidly secured on there to begin with. So I'm excited to get it fiberglassed and tied in properly on this rebuild. Aside from the transom, the next most complex evolution of this whole thing was to redo the stringers because the boat has stringers, but you really gonna guess? Yes, they were rotted. The stringers are pretty much wood bracings that run, the majority of the length of the boat just to give it some extra strength and rigidity. Those were completely rotted, so I had to cut, those and some braces that go up against the transom, replace them, and that brings us to where we are now. Now that I have the stringers down, what I'm currently doing is fiberglassing them and reinforcing the floor, and you'll be able to check that out in my next video. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is my first time working on a fiberglass boat and really getting into the nitty gritty with fiberglass. I have been doing it off and on for the past 2 years for the progress I've already made. So I look forward to taking this journey with you guys. If anybody knows anything that I don't or just is an expert in anything, please let me know. Any help is welcome. If you see me doing something wrong or something that can be done better, let me know because I do want to be safe out there on the water. So I look forward to taking this journey with you guys. Let's do it.